I want to clarify something. Someone made the comment to me that I could be like that doctor that died, and the minister that died that was downplaying coronavirus, except they're the opposite, and that it doesn't make sense. Let's get into it. I could die of this. You could die of this. Someone you know or someone I know could die of this. That's very possible. That's very possible. We could be sick now and not even know it. That's very possible. The way I look at it is this, guys. We have to let the doctors take care of this. We have to respect the doctors and let the experts run this. I have never told any of you guys I know better than a doctor. When I mentioned to you about the NOAA scientists and how Trump changed the weather map, what did I tell you? These are people who probably have master's degrees and PhDs in meteorology. Years of school to learn this shit. I'm neither one of those. And I think we should sit back, and respect those people. Trump did not do that. Trump went in and did what he does politically and got a bunch of people fired. And they had to apologize to him for what? For doing their jobs? This is what a tyrant does. He's wrong. He breaks the rules. Then when they call him out on those breaking of the rules, he makes them apologize. That's tyrannical. That's not. And then talking about alternate facts. No, you're just telling lies. There's no. You're just a liar, and you're mad because someone called you out. Now that was a disaster. That was a storm. But I keep going back to it because I have the same opinion about that I have about scientists and doctors in relation to the coronavirus epidemic. I have never told you guys I know better than a doctor or a scientist. I've never said that. I have never attempted to downplay what a scientist has said in relation to the coronavirus epidemic. I have never done that. I have never done that. If I died and people came in here and seen the respirator on my pants, the big old pouch I got on my belt, and my goggles I got in my car, and that bottle of bleach water, and I've got about 3 cans of this. I've got one here, one in the car, I believe, and I got a white one that is missing that. It's missing the spray, but it's still full. I had that in the car. I brought it in here. If people saw that, and then you go on Wish and you see I had a back-ordered gas mask that's going to come in April, and a UVC box coming in April. Oh, it's back-ordered. It's not going to even ship until April. So it won't probably get here till May or early part of May, probably. It's way off. I'm just happy because I know that that's probably going to go out of stock. Though that's the next thing that's going to go out of stock is UVC. But if people saw that, then I'm pretty sure most folks would see, people would think, well, he took this seriously. That's nowhere similar to what that minister done. What that minister done was to, in essence, defend Trump. That's what it is. He's defending Trump. And he's saying that, well, he was saying, he's dead now, that this is all political ploy to hurt Trump. Because I told you, they're co-defendants with Trump now. They're down, in for a penny, in for a pound. Once you're a party to a crime, I don't expect you to step out of the line because you're going to prison too, in essence, in your mind, because you're too deep. They can't give up on Trump, even if they died. I bet you if he was alive now and they give him a second chance, God said, look, if you go back and you just turn against Trump, you'll live. He'd still do it. He'd still, curse God and die. I believe that. I believe that's how these people think. We are beyond getting people to come to our side. They're willing to die. And that's what this shows you, hearing conservatives say they'd rather have old people die than to wreck the economy, is that they're, in essence, jihadis for capitalism. They're willing to let you die to protect their markets and protect their profits. That's it. You can't compare me to that minister, bro. You can't. Because from the very get-go, I've taken this seriously. I went and got my masks out. I've got other things out of storage unit. I'm going to go back again soon enough. I mean, I've got a respirator in there. I've got other things. I just want to dig for it. I found dust masks and shit. I got a lot of stuff in there. Now I'm looking at getting some sort of a UV light I can mount. What I'm thinking about is I got magnets, and I've got like a vent up there for like the air and heat and stuff. And I just checked. I can put magnets on that. I'm gonna find some way to strap magnets or attach magnets to that UVC light, and I'm just gonna put it up on there. So when I come in the house, take my clothes off and everything right there, and let that sit in the UV light for 15 minutes or a half hour or whatever. That's my plan. And I just find some way to have a cord and like tie that to the wall or something. That's the plan. We got to get on this because there's still some really good deals for UVC lights right now on eBay, which is amazing. That I was doing my research today on that because that was my next plan. I've got bleaching water set up. Now I want to do that. I want to do some other things. I still haven't sat down and learned how to make your own hand sanitizer and make your own cleaning stuff. That's questionable because I don't know. I may do that. But yeah, this is a long-term emergency. I've never attempted to downplay it anyway. And Denzel, my friend, was like, "Well, people might not know that." That's dumb people. I'm done with that. I'm done with trying to get dumb people to come to my side. Look, you didn't prepare. You're not ready for what's coming. We're done. It's no discussion to be had. You know what I mean? I've come to that point now. Trump is the president for dumb people. He is. He's the president for dumb people. I get it. Have at it, guys. You know what I mean? You're not going to get it. You didn't get it. You didn't prepare. So now you want to talk about God with me and you want to talk about finding Jesus and all this stuff. Well, none of this had to happen. I think that's the conservatives' way of admitting that they failed. They're never going to say it. They're never gonna lose ground to the Democrats, to the socialists. They're never gonna do that. That's why I see everywhere. It's God. Oh, you better find God. None of this had to happen. This huge loss of life never happened. So now you want me to find God and die, or possibly get really sick and kill someone I know I love to keep your capitalistic system going. Well, none of this had to happen. That is the mindset of the Trump supporter. That's it. I don't know there's anything holy about capitalism. Nothing. Nothing holy about. I'm not saying that socialism is holy, but there's nothing holy about capitalism. But this is the mindset of the oppressor. It's what they do. I knew that was coming. You know what I mean? If they don't have racism, they're not pushing racism and some sort of homophobia. It's going to be some sort of this Christian, or I remember, what's the guy on Fox News? I forgot, not Shepard, the guy that's on the Sean Hannity. I don't watch Fox News at all. So that ain't no mental loss for me. Not knowing Hannity's name is, I don't follow that. It's like knowing about Jinping or something. I don't follow them. I don't. Seriously. It's just like that. I don't follow these guys at all. I don't know anything about it. Sean Hannity, in essence, was saying that we're all gonna die. Someone's gonna be sleeping in your house. They've given up. They've given up. They failed. They failed. They have attempted from day one to downplay this, make some kind of Democrat hoax. I mean, how we as Democrats were able to get tens of thousands of people to be willing to die for our hoax. I ain't figured that one out yet. I don't mean to be morbid. Sometimes I have to be morbid because it's amazing how stupid people really are, how dumb they really are. And then I realized there's a hate in that too, that they're willing to let gay people and black people die. They're willing to let illegal aliens, they're willing to let people die in order to maintain capitalism. They'll lie until they can't lie to themselves no more. And then they'll say, well, we don't care about people in California dying anyway. They should die, so we take the state. I've heard that. I've heard that shit. I'll never forget that. I don't think in any pandemic in history you've seen this level of hate that you see right now. Any crisis, you pick it. Pick anybody. Pick any race you want. This level of hate that I'm seeing, and maybe that's because of the, maybe that's just because of the news and because I follow this stuff. But it is really disgusting. People out here talking and thinking like this, that they're willing to let people die who think differently than themselves politically. I think that's sick. I think that's disgusting. I think it's sad. And it's in that light I put that Christian minister that just passed, that died in Concord the other day. I put him in that light. It's almost like if a minister set up and yelled all this hellfire and brimstone about the HIV and stuff, and then they die of it, like that pastor in Georgia that died, Eddie Long. I don't know if he had HIV. I don't know. I've heard it. I want to be respectful to his family, but if that's true, if he was fucking them boys and he had HIV, I'm not judging him for that. I'm judging him that he did the hellfire and brimstone sermons while he was a hypocrite. And people will sit up here and make videos and make comments on here talking about morality and stuff. Morality is a good thing, but if you're using morality as a cover for your sins, you get no respect from me. Period. That you're homosexual, you like fucking young boys, but you're throwing the Bible at people who happen to be homosexual, and then you die of that aforementioned homosexual activity, you're not moral. And I'm not being immoral for calling you out on that behavior. You're a hypocrite. Something honorable about him. That's a problem. Something honorable about being a Republican. Like I mentioned, I had a video earlier talking about how you have all these Republicans and conservatives get mad because you have rich billionaires putting money into socialist stuff, socialist and leftist stuff. It's funny. As long as Coke and yet other people are doing the same thing, you're okay with that. You're okay with it. But now that it's rich people for us, oh man, it's so bad. We got to get our guns. I love it. They've told us for so long that if we don't like the rules and the laws, that we should change it. And now we're doing it. And they want to run out here and go armed to the city council and the city hall and all that. It's just white people figuring it out. That they're no better than us. They're not. You white people are no better than us. You're under the same rules and laws we're under. And you don't like it. And now you want to start a race war because of it. Because now you're being hurt by the same system you used against us for decades. And now you're being raped and you stand to be killed and murdered by that same system. Oh, man. I almost hope. No, I don't. I've said it before, but it's not right. It's not proper. I shouldn't say that. That I wish they would try to attack a military unit and get decimated. I was talking about a white supremacist group that they want to start a war with. And when they talk about starting a war, they're talking about killing off people like me. They're talking about killing off liberal leaders like Obama and Hillary and Maxine Waters. That's what they're really referring to, is killing off people who are movers and shakers politically in this country. And soft targets. They're not going to go to war with people like me. They're not going to go to war with armed black people. No, they're going to go. They're going to go kill off people in cosmopolitan areas who are getting it together. That's what it is. They're mad. They're angry because now we're being involved and we're getting ready. And I hope that coronavirus organizes the left, the liberal community, just like when Trump made them comments about they need to go back to where they come from. I hope this, in a year, 2 years, unites us to realize, hey, it's good. I'm glad you're fighting to legalize marijuana. I'm glad you're uniting so homosexuals can have equal rights. I get it. That's great. That's great, guys. But if you let this neo-fascist movement operate and weakenize healthcare, weaken the healthcare movement, healthcare industry, and if you guys allow these people to engage in this type of Ayn Rand free market capitalism, objectivism, the next emergency, we're not going to get the time we had. It's going to be worse. Next time it could be airborne. I keep having a feeling like something bad is coming, and this is not it. This is the harbinger of what to come. And I hope that liberals realize, I hope we look at how other countries are dealing with this crisis compared to America. And I hope that we realize we can't just go home and watch video games and play video games for 7 hours a day and smoke weed and just be like, well, Trump will be out of office. No, baby, it's time to go to jail. It's time to go to jail. I'm saying it's time to go to jail, baby. Period. We cannot allow another cycle of this buffoonery to take place because all of our lives are in danger. And the capitalist is showing you he's willing to die. He's willing to die, sacrifice you, your grandfather, your father, your children's lives to protect his system. His ideology warrants death. And he's willing to sacrifice you to maintain that system. So I'm sorry, people. If the left don't get this, if the left doesn't get organized after this said and done with, I don't care if Trump gets reelected or not. If the left doesn't get it together and realize that we're on our own, we are on our own. You can't expect a federal. We are on our own. If the left can't figure that out, then we don't have a left. Like a guy was talking about, the Democrats, their idea is republicanism, but a little bit softer. You don't have a Democratic Party. Capitalism, a little softer capitalism. You don't have a Democratic Party. That's correct. I'll leave right where it's at.